Okay, to start with, going to create a web page with the basics of a drag and drop control. So there's not a specific drag and drop control ready made in HTML. What we've got to do is tell it which area we want to be able to drag and drop files into, and then we add some JavaScript to listen out for drag events, drop events, drag leave events. We'll go through what all that means first of all. I'm going to create a new page. And I know I'm going to need code for this, so I'm just going to open up the page, edit the code, open that in Visual Studio Code. Then what I've got to start with is just some placeholders. So when that opens up, we'll see our JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. We're going to start with HTML. I've got a snippet that I'll have on my blog for anyone to download a copy of. But basically what we've got is a div with a particular ID. Doesn't matter really what that is, but we need a way of referencing that within our JavaScript shortly. That's what's going to act as our drag and drop zone. Then within that, for any files that are either already uploaded or that we upload using the drag and drop, there'll be a list of files. Again, we need an ID, a way of easily identifying this. Then I've got two placeholder examples. One is an image and one is basically of another file type. So the idea is, if it's an image, we'll show a thumbnail preview of the image, and if it's a file, we're just going to output a bootstrap file icon. Right, before we do anything with JavaScript, I'm going to bring in my drag and drop CSS. All this is doing, no particular drag and drop functionality, it's just styling, but this is going to take care of showing us that difference between the drop zone as it is to start with, the drop zone when there are some files dragged over, and then to show what we want the attachments to look like. So for this, I'm going to come to the CSS file, which is part of my web page, just paste in those styles, and let's go and preview this on the front end. Before we've got any JavaScript responding to any events, let's see what this looks like. Sync to bring in my changes, and then preview to go and push those up onto the portal. That's our starting point. This is just some static content, but to show how we would output an image, how we would output files of another type. At the moment, if I did try and drag some files onto there, nothing actually happens. It'll just be the default browser behavior, which is to open them. And if it was a file other than image, it just downloads it locally.